Chiefs Kingdom, listen up, because what I'm about to tell you might completely change how you see this upcoming draft. We're talking about a move that could redefine the future of this franchise, protect our superstar, and send a message to the entire league. And trust me, this isn't the direction most people expected. Right now, all eyes are on the Kansas City Chiefs as they head into the NFL draft with serious firepower. 2 first-round picks, 2 chances to reshape this roster, 2 opportunities to keep the dynasty alive. But what if I told you the biggest move isn't about flash? It's about survival. Because while everyone is debating receivers, corners, and pass rushers, there's a growing belief that the Chiefs might go in a completely different direction. And if that happens, it could shock the entire NFL. The Kansas City Chiefs are sitting in a powerful position, holding picks number 9 and 29 in the first round. That alone gives Brett Veach flexibility that most teams can only dream of. It's not just about picking talent. It's about controlling the board. At number 9, the pressure is massive. This is where elite prospects live. This is where you either hit a home run or you regret it for years. And Chiefs fans, you already know how important this pick is. So let me ask you, if you had that number 9 pick, where would you go? Defense? Wide receiver? Or something unexpected that could change everything? Now here's where things get interesting. According to recent projections, the Chiefs might not go defense at all. Instead, they could lock in something even more valuable: protection. There's a name starting to gain serious traction: Francis Mauigoa, an offensive tackle out of Miami who has the size, strength, and discipline to step in immediately. And if he's available at number 9, some insiders believe Brett Veach won't even hesitate. That's how important this decision could be. Think about it for a second. This isn't just about filling a need. This is about protecting the most valuable asset in the entire franchise, Patrick Mahomes. After coming off a significant knee injury, the priority becomes crystal clear. You don't gamble with your quarterback's health. You build a wall in front of him. And if Mauigoa is that wall, then suddenly this pick makes a whole lot of sense. Let's be real, Chiefs Kingdom. We all saw the issues last season. The offensive line had moments, but consistency? That was a problem. Mahomes was sacked 34 times in just 14 games. That's not just a stat. That's a warning sign. That's pressure building up over a season. And if the Chiefs want another Super Bowl run, that number has to drop. No question about it. Now add this to the equation. Jawaan Taylor is no longer part of the plan. That leaves a gap at right tackle that needs to be filled immediately. This isn't a developmental spot. This is a plug-and-play position. You need someone ready from day one. And that's exactly why Mauigoa is being talked about. He's not just talented, he's ready. What makes Mauigoa so intriguing is his consistency. Not just physically, but mentally. He plays disciplined football, something the Chiefs desperately need. Penalties have been an issue in that right tackle spot. Drive killers, momentum breakers, and in tight games, those mistakes cost you wins. So imagine replacing that with stability, cleaner execution, fewer flags. That alone could elevate the entire offense. But here's where the debate really heats up. Because let's not ignore reality. The Chiefs do have other needs. Cornerback is a big one. Edge rusher too. And yes, wide receiver is still a hot topic among fans. So the question becomes, do you go with need or do you go with value? And this is where Brett Veach's philosophy comes into play. Historically, he doesn't pass up premium positions when the value is right. Offensive tackle is one of those premium spots. You don't find elite ones easily. And when you do, you act. So if Mauigoa is sitting there at number 9, this could be a classic Veach move. Now let's talk about Andy Reid for a second. Because if there's one coach who understands offensive line importance, it's him. Reid builds from the trenches out. He knows that everything starts with protection. Everything. Give him a reliable right tackle, and suddenly his playbook opens up even more. And you already know. That's a scary thought for the rest of the league. Picture this. Mahomes standing tall in the pocket with time. Real time. Not scrambling, not improvising. Just executing. That changes everything. It makes the offense more efficient, more dangerous, more consistent. And that's exactly what the Chiefs need heading into this next chapter. But let's not forget about pick number 29, because that's where things could balance out. If the Chiefs go offensive tackle early, they still have a chance to address defense or receiver later. That's the beauty of having 2 first-round picks. You're not forced into one direction. You can build smart. You can build complete. And Chiefs Kingdom, this is where I want to hear from you. Be honest. Would you spend that number 9 pick on an offensive tackle? Or would you go all in on defense or weapons for Mahomes? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this debate is heating up fast. No matter what happens, one thing is clear. The Kansas City Chiefs are not sitting still. They're planning, they're adjusting, and they're looking to stay on top of the NFL. And this draft could be one of the most important in recent years. Because at the end of the day, protecting number 15 isn't just a priority. It's the mission. So if you're fired up about the Kansas City Chiefs, if you're ready for the draft, and if you believe this team is still chasing greatness, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with every Chiefs fan you know. And don't forget, drop your take in the comments. Would you draft Mahomes at 9? Or go another direction? Chiefs Kingdom, this is just getting started. Fire and let me take this even further, Chiefs Kingdom. Because the deeper you look into this situation, the more strategic it becomes. This isn't just about one pick. This is about setting up the next 3 to 5 years of Kansas City Chiefs football. When you invest in the offensive line, you're not just protecting Patrick Mahomes for one season, you're protecting the entire future of the franchise. You're buying time, consistency, and control at one of the most critical positions in football. And let's be honest, dynasties don't fall apart because of lack of talent. They fall apart when the fundamentals start to crack. Protection is one of those fundamentals. Now imagine this scenario. The Chiefs draft Francis Mauigoa at number 9, plug him in immediately at right tackle, and suddenly the offensive line stabilizes in a way we haven't seen consistently. That changes how defenses approach Kansas City. That changes how aggressive they can be. That changes everything. Because when Mahomes has time, we all know what happens. Big plays, broken defenses, and scoreboard pressure that forces opponents into mistakes. But here's another angle most people aren't talking about. Drafting a tackle early also impacts the run game in a major way. A more consistent edge presence means better outside runs, better protection schemes, and more balance in the offense. And when the Chiefs are balanced, they're almost impossible to stop. So this move wouldn't just be about fixing a weakness. It would be about unlocking a more complete version of the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Now let's flip it for a second. What if the Chiefs don't go offensive tackle at 9? What if they decide to prioritize defense or grab a weapon for Mahomes instead? That's where things get risky. Because yes, adding a cornerback or edge rusher could immediately boost the defense. No doubt about it. And giving Mahomes another explosive receiver? That's always tempting. But if the offensive line struggles again, none of that matters as much as it should. We've seen it before across the league. Teams with elite weapons, but no protection. And what happens? The offense stalls under pressure. That's the risk Kansas City has to weigh very carefully. And this is why this decision is so fascinating. There's no obvious wrong answer, but there is a smarter long-term answer. And based on everything we're hearing, protecting Mahomes is starting to feel like the direction this front office is leaning toward. Another thing to keep in mind, Brett Veach has never been afraid to make bold moves. If he believes Mauigoa is the guy, he won't hesitate. He won't overthink it. He'll pull the trigger and trust the plan. And honestly, that's part of what has kept the Chiefs at the top of the NFL. Smart aggression, calculated decisions, and always thinking ahead. Now here's something I want you to really think about. If the Chiefs hit on both of their first-round picks, this roster could take a massive leap forward instantly. We're talking about a team that's already competing at the highest level, getting even stronger. That's how you extend a championship window. That's how you stay ahead of teams that are constantly trying to catch up. And make no mistake, the rest of the league is watching closely. Because whatever the Kansas City Chiefs do in this draft, it's going to send a message. A message about priorities. A message about identity. And a message about whether this team is doubling down on dominance. So as we get closer to draft night, expect the rumors to heat up. Expect the debates to get louder. And expect some surprises along the way. Because if there's one thing we've learned, it's that the Chiefs don't always do what people expect. And that's exactly what makes this so exciting. So now I'm throwing it back to you. Chiefs Kingdom, do you want the Chiefs to build the wall in front of Mahomes? Or do you want them to go all in on weapons and defense? This is the kind of decision that defines a season, maybe even an era. Drop your take in the comments. Let's get this conversation going, and let's break this down together like real fans. And if you're riding with the Kansas City Chiefs no matter what, you already know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your crew. Because draft season is here, and things are about to get wild. Fire.